All right, welcome in. We're back, everybody. Welcome to Miami. Hello. It's not actually sunny in my apartment.
The Checo thing
The,
is hilarious.
you like the thumbnail this weekend?
Yeah,
I thought, you know what? I figured
that was
Miami is a little bit different. He's got some Ferraris and a McLaren sinking over there in the back. A Ferrari in the sand. Charles Leclerc has hit the wall twice already this weekend. I mean, all right, Franny, I got some. It's been a while, but I got some prop bets for you. Okay, so here, let's have it. Uh, mermaid sightings or merman sightings, I suppose. Over under 2.
we'll see. We'll see too.
We'll see.
Definitely.
Okay, so you're gonna take the over on the mermaids.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. A Ferrari either exploding or in the wall. Over under 1.
100%.
Okay, we're gonna get a Ferrari off the track.
I mean, that's just going off the odds, right? Because
Yeah.
at this point, it's happening every other session, right?
Yeah, every other session, pretty much. The one actually, science has kept his nose clean. But in any case,
that is true. Actually,
we're gonna get to the action here in a second. There's plenty to talk about. It's Sergio Perez in pole position with Max Verstappen over in ninth, actually, after Charles Leclerc hit the wall. Alonso in second and Carlos Sainz in third. Fran, set it up for us here before we get the green flag.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a pretty exciting race. As we all know, there actually is a new track surface put down and laid down in Miami. It's the same one in Jeddah. It's a high speed one, but the fact is nobody's actually raced on it and there's no rubber really down on it. So if you move off of the racing line, it's extremely dangerous in the sense of like you can easily lose traction, and it's kind of difficult to pass in that sense when you do have to move out the racing line. Now, like throughout the session and everything, and through the weekend, they laid the rubber down, but there were thunderstorms over the night as it rains every other day in Miami and in Florida. So all the rubber is basically gone, and all the drivers are like, all that grip that we put down is basically gone. So it's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be a super slick track. There's also risk of thunderstorms in the area as well. Oh, there's Gunther, who was DJing this weekend, learning how to
Nice.
DJ, which is quite fascinating. But this should be really interesting. I'm gonna go with the Alonso prediction, which is Max in first by, or at least first or second by lap 25. But it should be exciting. I'm pumped to see what I know K-Mag's probably going to end up getting past in fourth, but like it's awesome that he's up there. I think that's so cool. I'm not gonna say it's like great that Leclerc like crashed, but like he sort of created a very good possibility here for us as the lineups are all mixed up, and basically Checo, this is his to lose, and he can take the lead in the championship actually.
The way you know you're in the United States, by the way, is that everybody in the stands is on their cell phone. Literally
Yeah, that is actually very true.
That is how you know you are in the United States.
So this should be a very
about.
interesting run down to turn one, and here we are. We're gonna have lights out, and away we go here. And it looks like Checo's got a really good run off in the Aston Martin. He's gonna be able to get in front, and it looks like the Aston Martin's gonna be able to stay and hold in the second head. And then you have a huge lockup all the way in the back. I think that's an AlphaTauri and a McLaren hitting each other and going off the track there. And it seems like K-Mag's going to fall back one position. I think that's actually Russell that moved up into fourth. And then Checo's going to hold it. And then Sainz is looking down the eyes of Alonso there. And you have Verstappen that is almost right next to the Bottas and moving up. Now he's behind the Alpine.
Yeah, Verstappen got away clean. I was keeping my eyes on him just to make
his
sure
idea is to basically to be able to run the clean race and then win in the DRS section. There really hasn't been that much craziness going on yet so far. Everybody's kept it quite clean except at the start there. And it looks like also Lewis was making a move. They just went 3 wide, but the camera's staying there. And then that's Leclerc making a move there on the inside of the I think that's the Haas.
Yep.
And then the Haas again. And it's kind of unfortunate. K-Mag's just kind of like dropping back the order, and there's not much he can really do here. Bottas is the next one to be able to get picked off here by Verstappen. There's still no DRS down this one, but there's going to be a pretty big slipstream effect here.
There is. There's no DRS, right, for at least 2 laps. And Gunther over. Gene, we were in good spot for 2 corners.
And then that's just. It'd be interesting to see kind of what happens, but I just don't think he can. Like the car is just fast enough.
Yeah,
To be
Verstappen
quite
is
honest
looking
with
for
you.
Bottas here at the moment, as Perez, as you mentioned, is clean. You know,
Yeah,
I
the
go.
big thing is Perez needs to go.
Yeah, he
Like he
does.
needs to just go as fast as he can and extend the gap.
You know, I thought very interesting would be, yeah, the Alonso prediction of Verstappen by lap 25, which is halfway through the race, but I thought it might be earlier, even like lap 10. But we'll see. I actually thought it was going to be so interesting because he has to pass Alonso, and Alonso is just a difficult person to pass. He doesn't give up the positions very easily. So
Yes, but yeah, you just press the button though, you know?
yeah.
Like
But
the Aston still doesn't have the straight line speed down the
you
like
also have a slight difference
yes,
in
I agree
tire
it'll be somewhat
strategy.
difficult. Yes. Or
Verstappen is
no.
on hards, and
Yeah, he's on hards. He's going on the longer stint first, and then I
yeah,
think he's gonna end it basically just on mediums and do the flip. Verstappen makes the pass there on Valtteri
Valtteri.
Bottas, nice and clean. Honestly, Bottas probably shouldn't put up that much of a fight, to be quite honest with you. It's not really his race. I don't think many of these people are going to put that much of a fight. Magnussen is going to be next.
Yeah, this little section here, this kind of swimming pool area, going into what I call Dolphin Strait on the back, because this is where everybody was porpoising last year down this long one. Um, Although what was I going to say here? Yeah, Verstappen should get the Haas pretty easily. Oh, right, they elongated the little swim area
Yeah,
this
they
year.
did, and then they shortened the actual DRS
That's yeah.
zones by
Two of the
75
three
meters as
zones
well.
have been shortened. Yep.
Which is kind of weird. They don't tell them ahead of time, but they've already decided ahead of time.
That is, yeah, that is kind of weird.
Right? It's kind of weird.
It's
It's like
just
why
like,
do
okay, we're gonna move this over here this
and
week.
it looks like Logan is going to be headed to the pits. I think he was involved in the collision at the beginning, but
I
this is
th-
actually technically his first home, or this is a home race. Also pretty cool. Williams wearing the old school golf helmets in the pits. I think that's pretty neat. But and that's a bad pit stop.
This is
The
a bad pit stop.
Oh, never mind. They're changing the
Oh, they're
front wing.
changing
That's
the
why
front
it's a
wing.
bad pit stop. Yeah, so it's probably him that ran into the
I actually thought
car.
it was De Vries and Norris, but
I,
maybe not. I would
it
have to
looked
look
like an
back.
AlphaTauri.
It
I don't
looked like an
know.
AlphaTauri. It was definitely a McLaren, and it's not Piastri
Yeah,
because Piastri's in 14th. But
yeah.
the other
Oh, whoa!
Williams,
This is
wheel to wheel here with the Haas and the
Magnussen
Ferrari.
with Leclerc.
Mm.
Wait, Magnussen just passed Leclerc. Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, Magnussen was.
And Verstappen is literally on Leclerc's
Wait, what did
rear wing.
Leclerc must have made a huge mistake then. No, what?
See, it was Norris and De Vries. De Vries.
Oh, it was.
It
Yeah, it
was.
was then.
So
It
it
was.
was the
The
AlphaTauri.
Rise went in the back of him then, I think.
Yeah, exactly. This is quite the slipstream here,
Leclerc's going to
Verstappen.
go on the inside here, and then Verstappen's probably going to end up. Yeah, Magnussen's going to get eaten twice here.
They're gonna try to go 3 wide. No, okay.
Uh,
Oh, this is fast, and this is great racing right now.
Oh my
Verstappen's
God,
gonna try to get the
Verstappen's
both.
gonna go diving
Oh
on the
my
inside.
goodness! Woo!
That was pretty good.
Oh my goodness! What
That
a
was pretty good.
move! You should just press the button, right?
And then Leclerc still finds himself, dude.
Oh my
Guys.
goodness!
Yeah, this is really not going well for him.
Goodness!
Yeah,
what
you
a
saw him
move.
take the inside line, and he just flew.
He just flew
But
right
he was
by
smart
both of them.
though. That in that situation, when you're sitting behind both cars battling like that, all you are focusing on is hitting the racing line and hitting your exits as best as possible, because you know both of their exits are going to be compromised, and you're going to have a few extra. You're going to have more speed going down any sort of straight,
Yeah.
and so that's exactly what he did. And he probably had a 5 to 10K advantage the whole time, and he just kept that going, and that's how he was able to get it.
What a brilliant move there by Verstappen.
Really
That might
good.
be the overtake of the year.
I'm still curious of where
Goodness.
the mistake from Leclerc is, though,
True.
or how that even, or the fact that K-Mag even passed him, right? I feel like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
There wasn't DRS, and now there is, but there wasn't DRS before.
There was not, and it looked like the
And
Haas was really falling back, to your point. So it just surprising as the why is he even
or
there.
maybe, yeah, I don't really know actually. I will say I don't. I missed Q2 yesterday, so I don't actually know what happened. I watched Q. Okay, hold on. This is the start of the race. This is where we'll see the Okay, the front four, basically nothing happens other than K-Mag getting a horrible start and losing basically every spot. Yeah, it's DeVries hitting Norris,
Yeah.
and then
Although they're
rest of
like
this is kind of
Martin Brundle's
boring.
talking about something that we can't even see. One sec.
I don't actually know also what happened. Yeah, so this is Lewis. He's got an interesting view of this all. He's fine. He's getting squeezed. Yeah. He did hit someone? Interesting. It didn't look like this. I think this is going to be DeVries driving into the back of Lando here. Lando makes the pass here. He's hitting the brakes. He locks up. He hits Norris. Norris goes wide. It doesn't look like there was that much damage though, thankfully, between both of them. And then this is this is the max pass, but I'm still curious on the passes before. How it worked. Yeah, very nice.
It'd be interesting. I don't have a way to get the sky thing to get the onboard of Leclerc. That would be the tell, or actually the onboard of Magnussen would be the interesting one.
It's on F1.
Is it?
It's not just on Sky. I'm pretty sure you can just use the F1 account, and I think you have all the views there.
Can you
I
rewind
don't
it?
think it's also. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I've never actually watched it or done it specifically that way. Piastri is going into the pit.
Let's see.
Here's Hamilton radio. Okay, he's complaining.
Yeah, I think Hamilton is not going to have a fun afternoon.
He said he may have hit Hulkenberg, but honestly, they took the onboard of Hamilton. I honestly didn't even notice that he hit him. Didn't even look like he hit him, to be quite honest with you. So I don't really know. And the next one up for Verstappen is Russell. So this should be fun.
Huh.
Max is within DRS range too of the straight down here.
Let's see.
Yep. And it will have DRS on the Mercedes. His DRS should open. I think it's now. It's pretty funny. So in qualifying and everything else, they were hitting 212 miles an hour, and here they only hit like 208.
300.
It's very
Yeah, with full fuel load, 300
Yeah.
something, 300 plus kilometers an
Oh.
hour. Yeah. Okay. Woo,
See
there goes
Ocon.
Ocon. Yeah. He the cone is still safe though. He
Yeah, I don't
cone
think
lives.
it's smart to hit that.
It's like this like one cone in the middle of it's just like why is it even there?
Yeah, it's kind of that's actually a good point. I don't even know necessarily. I think it's there to like delineate the fact that like you need to go right if you are going to avoid this type deal.
You need to go to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, to make it do the right pass. Here's Alonso radio.
Plan 8
Yeah.
minus 12.
I think so. Whatever they were doing, but 12 less laps than what they were thinking.
12 less laps. Jeez.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot. It's like a fifth of the race.
Yeah, it's a lot. And if he's struggling with the tires, then everybody else is struggling with the tires. And the Ferraris are struggling even more with the tires, if that's the case.
Yeah, and so here's the okay, here's Max, who's gonna go try to hunt down George Russell here.
Yeah, but George also has DRS from the car in front of him.
True. He's about 3, 4, 5 miles an hour faster though, going down this straight.
Yeah, he's still getting so much close to him.
It's right on his tail.
Who's in front of him? Oh, it's
Gasly.
Gasly. That's what I forgot. The Alpines actually qualified really well this weekend.
They did.
Which is pretty cool to see. Or I mean, not even cool. It's just like totally random. I just don't understand.
Well, it wasn't Baku, right? It was the race before where there was just the Alpine
They actually
disaster.
were doing well, and then they hit each other. Yeah, they cut
hit
each
each
other
other.
off, and then I think Baku was like Ocon sabotaging Pierre, and then they have to get even again, and then now they're even again, and they can race maybe. But
Aye.
the pace of the car though is kind of like random to me. That's the thing.
It is.
It's sort of come out of nowhere. Like it was fine in Australia, like it was good, but it wasn't like top. Like they were qualifying in the like both made it into Q2 or Q3, I think.
Yeah, that was it. It was Australia, I think. You know, the one that isn't random to me is McLaren, which is sitting at 18th and 19th at the moment.
Yeah, that's
Which
just
is,
not.
I actually thought they had a pretty good Baku though, didn't they?
They did. They did
Right?
have a good
It
Baku.
like looked pretty good, and then we're just like back to form.
Here's Nico locking up as he tries to pass Botas,
Yeah,
and
that was
then
slow.
he blocks the Williams behind him.
Nice. Yeah, that was slow. Actually,
See
I
if
really like
Max.
what Albon has been able to do with the Williams this year. He's in 12th right now, but he's been driving that car very well.
Yeah, he is. Max should be able to make the pass. Oh no, George still has DRS. Oh, oh no, he's gonna go on the inside here.
Are they
Yep,
gonna touch?
and he does.
Nope. Okay. That's enough to get by. So no contact here. Last time they saw each other, he put a hole in his car.
Yeah, that is true. And then Russell Radio.
A big vibration on the brakes. Yeah, maybe because Max Verstappen was right next to you the entire time. Let's see. I'm trying to look through the other ones. Hamilton's still sitting in 13th. That's where he started the race after not so good qualifying yesterday. Interesting. Max just goes in deeper with more speed and is able to, yeah, gobbles him up. What are you listening to?
Oh no, I was fixing my
Oh,
sound. Just moved my sound around.
I thought you might have had a team radio or something.
So then Gasly's the next on his list.
Gasly is next on his list here.
And then he is
Former Red
DRS
Bull
on him
teammate,
too.
of course, from way back in the day.
Yep.
That feels like an eternity
And
ago,
this looks
honestly.
quite easy.
This one, yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It is wheel to wheel around the corner, but he will get him again. Same spot that
Pierre needs to watch out for Russell behind him.
he took George though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. These
I
two, George is
believe,
gonna, yep, good call. Well, Gasly might be able to get it back.
No,
No, okay.
there's no DRS or anything after in these parts of the track. You're kind of screwed until you get back to the back straight. You have to keep it close. It's really hard to pass.
So Russell gets Gasly there. Okay. And now,
This isn't really the camera angle I sort of wanted. I actually sort of wanted to see how it looked from Pierre's perspective. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Gasly, so I guess what Gasly should have technically done there is completely ignored Max and just gone for the better line and like
yeah,
maintained his speed so
try to
then
go.
George doesn't have the same advantage going on him. But it's really hard to like say that and as a driver like not defend
Yeah.
or like not try and like think that extra step ahead. So that's probably what he should have done, but also pretty fair that, you know. And I think this is the DRS train we have in the back straight where
It
nobody
is.
can pass each other.
It is a one heck of DRS train. Actually, it extends from
It's like 10
effectively
cars.
9th, no 8th, all the way down to 16th.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Charles needs to pass K-Mag.
the entire midfield, starting with Leclerc. Magnussen is the only one that doesn't have it. He's in 7th. But then, yeah, Leclerc, Ocon, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Albon, Hamilton, Sonoda, Joe, Stroll, all with DRS right there. Trying to see where is Max? Oh yeah, there it is. Max still closing on Alonso.
Wait, what do you mean Russell Radio? All right.
Plan A.
That's probably one to stop.
You know, Sainz is getting closer and closer to Alonso as
Alonso,
well.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so so this is like kind of a pretty aggressive hot take, but like science isn't that good.
That is an aggressive hot take. He's won a race, hasn't he?
Yes, so what?
Yeah.
Charles won like multiple last year.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Well, I
Like
mean that was my.
We roast Checo for being 2 seconds behind Verstappen last year, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh, he's not good enough and he could lose his seat. And this guy finishes behind Charles. I mean, not today, but typically finishes behind Charles like 5 to 10 seconds behind him every time.
They also
And
used to
what?
just like go in tandem, right?
He's like voided the criticism. Like
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Although, I
I,
mean, to your point, like
I,
Perez this year has been
yeah, no, 100%. He's like stepped
phenomenal.
up to the plate on it, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I still feel like I don't know. Like I like Carlos, don't get me wrong, but like I just don't like. What have you done for me recently? You know, like
What have you
like
done for
nothing.
me?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think he's crashed a car yet, has he?
Yeah, but he also hasn't like. He just
Yeah.
complains about the car and says he can't feel the car, and it's like the excuse every single week. Like at a certain point, man, like the car's not going to change. Like you just got to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. That
I
is a
don't know.
hot take. I'm here for it though.
I,
uh,
I I mean, I don't think he's gonna go anywhere, but like, it's still like, here he is. Like,
complaining about the car. Feels
yeah,
that the fronts are struggling now. There you
I
go.
just, I, I just want the pressure should be equal though. Like, Checo was like basically about to lose his seat last year, or like there was talk of
There
him
was
losing his
talk of it.
seat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
But I mean,
and Sainz was worse.
I think the difference though is that like Red Bull is like a championship team and like that just elevates everything, whereas like Ferrari is like domani.
I
Like,
guess. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. Here's Charles gonna maybe try to dive on the inside of K Mag. He kind of went wide though, Charles. This is gonna be hard to finish.
K-Mag's gonna
Yeah,
try to get the
exactly.
other way. Oh, there
100%.
you
K
go.
Mag comes back at it. And this is where Charles crashed twice, basically right here. Let's see if it happens again. No. He very much doesn't go on the curb there. Or no, wait. It was right there, my bad.
Yeah, it was this one. It was this one right here.
Wait, okay, I'm still confused again.
What? That he couldn't pass him?
Yeah.
I mean, he just kind of what you said. He went wide. He tried to use his speed. I don't know. I mean, the Haas are doing pretty good
Not
today.
going to be able to pass him here either. He's nuts if he's going to try to make this pass.
That
Yeah,
the guy's
shot.
trying to take a selfie with his guy. Did you see that in the stands? As
Yeah.
the cars are coming. He's trying to
Yeah.
line it up with the cars coming by. That's fantastic. Only in America.
Oh, wow. Max is really close to Sainz.
Yeah.
Wow, good job, camera.
Oh, and here we go. There he is. Like
And
out of
yeah,
there.
okay, maybe not lap 25 then.
I said
Or well,
10.
no, he still has to. No. He still has to catch Checo. He's a lot of time to make up.
No, no. All he had to do was pass Alonso.
Oh, was that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Alonso by lap 25. I mean, Perez is 3.2 seconds. That's pretty good, actually. He's kind of done his job, just sailing in clean air. Now, if Perez wins this, I think he leads the championship.
He does. He does.
Right?
But the weird. Also have to think about this though. They're on opposite tire strategies, right?
Yes, correct. So Perez will have to come in first anyway, which will put Max out there. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Max is going to look on the inside. Pretty crazy to make the pass here.
Oh, look at this.
Or no, this was the back
No,
straight. My
this
bad.
is the back straight. This is where he's
no.
passed everyone.
No, this isn't. He made that one there.
Okay, well, he made that
job.
stick.
And then he's going to try to get Alonso on the next one.
It's so fast.
It's so fast.
It's so fast.
It's disgusting how fast this car is. Like it's like way clearly. It's so I was after this.
There's
Let's
the
see. I don't think he's
DRS.
gonna actually be able to get closer, or maybe Alonso just kind of lets him goes by. Maybe he uses some charge there. No, he hangs on to that one.
That is the question. Does Alonso let him by? I don't know. It's not really characteristic of Alonso.
So what I wanted to comment is it was kind of funny. So in different divisions of racing, like typically the difference between like GT3, GT2 is like 6 to 7 seconds.
Mm.
So like to keep that in reference, like literally the Red Bull car sometimes is like technically in a different category of like racing car in the same category of racing.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's crazy. That's a crazy perspective.
like
actually.
that's insane.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
that's crazy.
Yeah, everybody looks like an F2 car compared to the Red
Yeah,
Bull.
it's like literally in a class of it like it's F.5 or something. I don't know. Like
F0.
yeah, and he's gonna maybe do it again. Yeah, I mean he can't even defend it.
I mean, yeah, he goes. Yeah, that's just so. It's too easy. I mean,
Yeah,
he was way ahead before he even reached the corner.
yeah. It's not even like he's braking late. The other
Lap
guy
15.
breaks.
Oh yeah, we split the difference. Lap 25,
There's
I said
Perez.
10. It's 15.
Plan A +5.
So they want to extend the stint. So they want to go for the one stop.
You know, so this is something that's pretty interesting though. So this advantage with DRS and the fact like the car is so fast when it opens the wing,
Yeah.
like that's clearly on purpose.
I mean, yeah. Like
Or do you think it's just like, oh, this is just a byproduct of like a really good design?
Oh, I see. Like, did they intentionally design the car to do really,
To
really well on
so
the
when the
straights
wing opens,
with
we
the wing
have the
open?
most like we designed the car basically the whole time with the like the wing in mind, right?
Optimized for when the wing is
Optimized
open.
for the DRS open.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting question. The
Or is
you
it
know
just
what?
like, oh, it just happens? Hey, like we nailed it and we got lucky. Like I don't know.
But if you say that and then you go to multiple tracks, this is not the first track they have reduced the size of the DRS zones. It was in Baku as well. They reduced the size of the DRS zones, right? So you'd be saying, well, are they doing that to actually try to stop Red Bull because of its advantage with the wing open, right?
Yeah, the reason why they
But it
decreased
doesn't seem to matter.
the reason why they decrease the zones is because decreasing the zones makes it slightly harder to pass, which increases the like the wheel to wheel racing or the close following and racing, which is what the FIA wants. But also in turn, it like yeah, it technically decreases the advantage of Red Bull, but all these other cars can't pass then.
Right. Yeah, they
So
still
it's like
can't
a double
pass.
effect. Yeah, it's like a double. It's
You know,
like yeah, you're hurting Red Bull, but you're really hurting the other team like more
it's a,
because Red Bull can still pass. Here's Perez radio. But yeah, this whole thing because this fact of them getting such an advantage in DRS seems like such an outlier. But it really shouldn't be.
but at the
Because
same
everybody
time,
should be getting a massive advantage when they open their wings.
yeah, okay. So so. However, okay, here's a counter argument. The Red Bull is out front, and the majority of the race they're not using the wing. Like Perez can't open the wing right now, right? Although to be fair, in qualifying you can.
Yeah, the wing's always open.
The wing is always open in qualifying, which would essentially just give you banger laps to allow you to qualify really high, and then you just have clear. Like Verstappen can't open the wing either here, and I think he's still faster on the straights than the other cars, even without the wing open.
Yeah, regardless, the car is really
the car
fast.
is a rocket ship.
But still,
but
the advantage that car gains with DRS is way bigger than any other car. Is that a fact of just the fact that it's way faster than the other cars? I don't think so though. But like, why is yeah? It's just weird.
I do wonder. I don't know. That's an interesting. They've they've just really optimized the car with the wing.
Yeah, like
open.
do other. I would find it weird that like other.
Yeah,
teams like don't design the car with, or it's like, it's just kind of assume we're gonna have like DRS open and we'll just get more speed to pass.
yeah. I was kind of going in the direction that you're headed. Where like, okay, everybody designs their car in this state with the wing not open, right? And then you're like, okay, so when the wing opens, I assume I'm just gonna have 5 more miles per hour, whatever. Like done, right? End
But when the wing
simulation.
opens, the aerodynamics change. Like you have to take that in consideration.
Right, and so what you're saying is actually Red Bull is taking it one step further, where they're saying, no, I'm going to design the car assuming that the wing is open, right? And now how does that change the aerodynamic, like, and factor that so that when I do open the wing, it's not just like, oh, I have a happy another 5 miles per hour. I'm gonna get 8, right?
Right. And while doing that, you sacrifice like a slight like
Probably in
thing
the
of race
corners or
pace,
whatever, but
right? Or
like,
something. Yeah, exactly. There's like a slight trade-off.
but
But
it just
having
doesn't
this such
matter.
a massive advantage in DRS, it's a joke because look at these other cars that are next to each other, right? They're 0.5, 0.3, 0.4. And that actual, I mean, we talk about this in most races, especially when they have DRS open. You're like, yeah, they have to be at least 0.4 to even pass,
Yeah,
to like even consider it. But that window for Max and the Red Bulls is now 0.6.
yeah.
You have a window of you only need to be 0.2 closer to actually make the pass when these guys have to literally be like 0.3 to make the pass.
Speaking about
Like
being 0.2 closer. Oh,
speaking
wait, never mind. He went to the pits.
speaking of signs, right? And my God,
He was carrying a ton of speed. I was like, did he just go off the track or he just went
nah,
into the
that
pits?
he. I'd be interested if they told him like last second because that was kind of weird. He like actually was thinking about passing Alonso and then he went
It
straight
looked
into
like
the
it,
pit,
right?
right?
Like he was in full race mode, but that was a really
Yeah.
fast pit stop there, 2.2 by the Ferrari folks.
It was. That's a fantastic pit stop. I will say, Fred Vasseur or whatever, he's done really well on the like the pit stops and everything have been really good this season.
That's
Ferrari.
true. That's
Like
true.
there hasn't been, knock on wood, like that hasn't messed up. The only things that have messed up is Charles and the X and what Mattia sabotaged for this year with the car, I guess.
The car. The battery. The battery and the exploding engines. Timothy,
So pretty
hey, what's
interesting.
up?
Like, oh, hey, what's up?
What's up,
Pretty
man?
interesting. The point 8 cars have already pitted. The other ones still have not. That's actually, that tire actually doesn't look very good, to be honest with you.
This is Perez's tires
Yeah,
here.
it's Checo's tire.
It's actually, well, he said the right front was giving him issues. Oh, yeah,
The
you can
left
see
one looks bad.
the right front. Actually, you can see very clearly. It's got like a wave on the grain there. As Lewis has made his way up to 6th as we've cycled through the pit stops. He's on hard tires though, as was the majority of the field past the top first 8. If I have that right.
Yeah,
So,
it's the last 8 have already pitted.
yeah.
12 and up haven't.
It's really unfortunate Logan Sargent there down in 20th in his home race. Not not
I
good.
don't-
Yeah, it's just unfortunate there. He just doesn't have
I
the
don't
car.
know what happened. I mean, it's not that he doesn't really have the car. Albon's in 8th.
Albon is in 8th for now. He started 12th, though. I mean, we'll have to see what happens when
Oh,
it cycles through.
this is Carlos on Lewis. Carlos makes the pass there.
New tires for Carlos Sainz here. New set of hards.
Oh, those are old for. Yeah, you're
for
right.
Lewis.
Actually, those are old for Lewis.
Took him a lap to warm those up, and now
He should
those are
not even try to defend that. Actually, that's
up to
just
10.
good.
Yeah, I mean the Ferrari pit stop was really good, but they dumped him in a ton of traffic. As he's in 6th at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, they just dumped him in back of Hamilton. I guess not awful. But I think that was the only good gap because other than
Yeah.
that, he would have had to increase his pace to beat Hamilton, but he couldn't because he was stuck behind Alonso. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
indeed. Timothy's saying it's a beautiful day in North Carolina.
Yeah,
It's
these
actually
other guys.
very nice here in Seattle as well. As Red Bull
That was
looking?
interesting. They're hoping for like people are hoping for a yellow at this point.
I
If
mean,
you're
yes.
waiting this long. But yeah, I agree. Perez, Red Bull, Perez will box. That means Max will take the lead.
That means Max will take the lead indeed. So they said Perez plan A +5.
Yeah,
which
so
was,
it's hards for the rest of the race.
Yeah. So it's mediums is 50.
But then Max gets
20.
the mediums at the end.
Right. So if it's 20 laps, that means Max has to go to 37.
That was a really good pit stop too.
There's another
That was like
2.2.
that was fast. That and the Ferrari one. Here's somebody else is making a move. I think it's Carlos Sainz on K Mag. Oh my God, he's so.
Hulkenberg.
Oh, Hulkenberg. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, they swapped. Because he hasn't pit.
he hasn't pitted.
Oh, that's why Albon's in 8th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Hamilton's in
Yeah.
7th because they haven't pitted yet,
Yeah,
so
never mind.
they haven't gone through the order. Yeah. Alonso is Alonso. No. So Alonso, remember they said Plan A plus 12.
Plus 12. No, minus 12.
Minus 12. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, minus. Yeah, I don't know. What they expected they could sit out there for 35 laps on a set of mediums? Is that what? That they were? Oh, Science was speeding in the
I
pit
think
lane.
I think their idea was to like nurse the tires. Wow, that tire actually looks like it's about to be destroyed. To be quite honest with you.
Pretty sure that's rubber flying off of it.
Yeah. That, actually, but he has to go 10 more.
He has to go to 30. He's got to go 15. It's 37, dude. Is it? Is it 22 right now? And he's got.
This is. I don't think he can do that. Verstappen radio.
Yeah, I don't know what the race engineer is supposed to do about that one.
Yeah. Let's look at a new setting. Oh, that's Yuki. I think that made the pass.
Oh, they're gonna go 3 wide there into
Albon and
turn
Stroll
1.
almost
Oh, touch. Maybe.
And then Russell's lurking behind all of this.
Yeah, Russell
That was a good.
has
nice
pitted.
replay.
Russell has already pitted. Yeah. You know, I'm hoping for a safety car to finish my salad too.
I mean, I was kind of expecting it.
You said there'd
Checo
be a red
making the easy
flag.
pass. Yeah, 100%. That's what I thought.
We didn't even have a red flag in Baku last week.
Oh.
Be very interesting now to see if Perez can actually catch back up to Alonso. He's 14 seconds behind. We'll keep
Yeah, it's
tabs on that.
Yeah,
interval.
exactly. Because then, but dude, then Checo needs to make 30 plus laps, 37 laps in the hards.
Mm-hmm. Alonso, we are extending.
Alonso's extending.
Yeah, you kind of have to here.
He should because he's on mediums and he's still in second, and he's not even falling off the pace that bad.
Remember though, it's 17 seconds is the average loss.
Peaking? Nope.
Fastest lap 131.5. Yeah, there goes Albon in the pits.
Here's Horner. Wow. Speaking of signs.
They gave him a penalty for the speeding. I think you're right. I think they told him to come in late.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how much time he actually had to know that he was going there. But still, I mean, once you start entering the pit, you got to slow down.
Well, yeah, he slammed on the brakes and there was a huge lockup.
The plot that he's looking at, that's so cool. They literally all have it mapped out.
They have it mapped out.
Yeah, it's like.
That is, yeah, because essentially what they're expecting is that Perez has a hard tire that's going to fall off, and so they're expecting some sort of lap time, but they have fuel that's going the other way, right? So there's this.
Yeah.
They're basically doing that calculation, and then they have Max, who they know is going to have to pit stop, but will be on a medium tire, and they know the lap times on the medium because they know what Perez's lap times are, and so. He's going to start with a high lap time, and that's going to ramp the other way. And so, oh man, that's fascinating. That chart is
I think Russell's going to make the pass here. Yeah, on Stroll. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
I wonder what they like use to project that.
I mean, I assume you could like. It's probably smarter than Excel, but you probably could just do it in Excel.
Yeah,
Because
you actually probably could.
you know exactly what the lap times are supposed to be, essentially, right?
Yeah, and then all you really have to do is minus the pit stops and stuff, and
Yeah.
then like over time you have a factor of like the fuel, so that this
Yep.
lap it decreases by this much, and you're increasing in this time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably not that bad.
Yeah. It's probably not that bad, but you know, if because if Verstappen were to pit right now, he would come out behind Perez because
Yeah, but then he
the
has the
gap is
advantage of the tire at the
exactly
end.
right. So that's why this thing is like flipping back and forth, basically. And there's probably a decent margin of error on what they have.
Yeah.
3 laps to me sounds like they are literally wheel to wheel
Yeah, that's
at
what
the
he
end of it.
said. They'll
Yeah.
be racing at 3 laps.
Yeah, at the end. And Alonso has just come in.
Alonso's pitting.
So you know what's interesting is that they
This
said
car's close.
plan A minus 12, but then they extended. So they're
Yeah,
probably
K-Mag
thinking
makes
somewhere
the
in the middle
move there on
30s.
Joe. Nice job.
Alonso going to come out behind Hamilton, maybe? Nope, behind Sainz. But Sainz has a penalty.
Yep, 5 seconds.
Yep. And he's
Yeah,
out of
but
the
then
hards.
Alonso comes out right behind him, but it's still fine for Verstappen radio. So.
That's funny.
He was just
Trying to play race engineer.
yeah. Interesting. Well, yeah, because I was reading something that Ferrari was going to take 2 of the people from the engineering department, but then apparently that's not happening. There's Gasly's going to make the pass here, and it looks like a Stroll. This is again, I think this is because I missed like Q3 or Q1 and Q2, and I just watched Q3. Like, I don't understand what's going on with Stroll today. Like, why is his car so much slower than Fernando's?
I don't. So Stroll is 133.7. We need a lap. We need a real lap time from Alonso. I'm not sure. With a 147.05 is with a pit stop there. That doesn't. That was the out lap. That doesn't count. Let's see what comes through, and then we'll take a look.
Ocon's already hasn't pitted yet, too.
But you got a 133.7 from Stroll, so let's hang on to that.
Stroll radio.
Maybe you get your answer. Huh. Interesting. All right, Alonso
This is Alonso
132.1.
and Sainz here.
Yeah, he's about a second and a half faster. I don't know, man. I think Alonso is just a better driver.
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's because, but like he started in like 18, so maybe something happened on his like quali lap, and that's why he's just all the way in the back.
I mean,
I was wondering.
he didn't make it out of Q2.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe something had happened. He didn't get a good run in, and it wasn't really that he like the car was particularly slow.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was.
I'm interested here. Spanish driver on Spanish driver. Here is 5 and 4. And if Alonso tries to take out Sainz here, is it going to go outside,
Almost.
inside? Nope, not quite. Probably gets him on the next one.
Probably within this lap, I think he should, and I think this is a Russell pass on Sonoda.
Sonoda. Oh yeah, he hasn't stopped. That's why he hasn't stopped yet.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped yet either. What is this replay?
That is a tarmac.
Okay.
That is a replay of the tarmac. Great shot there of the pavement.
Alonso makes a move to the inside. Yep,
Yep.
easy enough.
Gonna get him before the corner too. We've seen that one a couple
Oh,
times.
Sainz almost tapped him.
Yep. You know, the person who we haven't talked about at all is Leclerc.
Yeah, it's over for him.
He's down in 14th. He's actually stopped already.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's well.
I have no
I mean,
idea.
he's got a great.
I guess when everybody cycles back, it won't.
I actually don't even think it's that good for him when he cycles back. He's got a great side gig going with the piano stuff, though. I mean, yeah.
I don't think Sainz can come back at him. That's what I'm sort of trying to look here. I don't think that's going to do anything. Yeah, so far behind. So Ocon, so Alonso needs to catch Perez. There's a 17-second gap now between him and Perez.
Uh, Alonso to Perez. Well, no, Alonso has to go through Ocon. There's 9.6 seconds between Alonso and Perez.
Yes. Wait,
and
but
Ocon
that gap
in the middle.
is nuts now.
With Ocon has not pitted yet. The gap is Verstappen is
That
16
wasn't that
seconds
big.
ahead.
That wasn't back that big before they pitted.
No, I mean it's gotten bigger, but Perez has been chipping away into the Verstappen gap here. It's kind of waver. It's like it's now flipped. It's like a second on the other side. It was like 18, now it's like 16. And so yeah,
Perez
Verstappen
pitting.
comes out second if he pits.
Doing 131s.
Yeah, 131.7. And Verstappen and Perez are the only ones putting in 131s. Everybody else is
Yeah,
132.
everybody's just 132s.
So there's your going back to what you were saying earlier. The Red
Yeah,
Bull's like
it's
7-8 tenths just faster than everyone. They're just in a different league.
There's GP. And Hannah Schmidt.
What's her role again? Overall
Strategy.
The overall? Oh, she's the principal strategy.
She does race strategy.
You know, the other fascinating thing about this is just what do you do when you have
Start
both
the video.
Verstappen and Perez like race? Do you
What were
just
you
let
saying?
them? Do you just let them race? Do you just let
Yeah.
her like you see who's gonna win the thing? Because I assume you assume you're gonna win the constructors easily, right? So will you
Yeah,
just like
you just don't want them to crash into each other.
you just don't want them to crash into each other?
Yeah, it's really the only thing they can't do.
But like we could take it, we could go the entire season with one wins, the other wins, the other like back and forth, and then you want to get to the final race.
Yeah, that's sort of what happened with Nico and
And
Hamilton when
that one
Nico
time, yeah.
beat him.
Mm. Would be fascinating. Would actually make it slightly the season interesting because when we started we thought Max was just going to run away with everything.
Yeah, I mean technically it's more interesting when there's a competition between in the same car because the same car is equal.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's very
Right?
interesting. Like
It's
Paris has
kinda
made
more
this
interesting.
very interesting. Looks like Alonso got Ocon there, so I mean that's fine. Ocon's got to pit anyway. The two Mercedes are now racing next to one another, but
They found each other.
they found each other. Yeah, but Hamilton hasn't
Not on
pitted
the right
yet.
tires though.
Yeah, so and Hamilton is going to have to go to mediums, right? Remember, you have to use at least 2 tire types in a race. And so what did we say? Lap 30?
It's got to be soon in the next
35,
5.
30.
There's signs making the pass on Ocon there. Should
Yeah.
be good. Oh, Ocon also still hasn't pitted.
Nope. Yeah, I mean,
Verstappen radio again.
oh wow, they were saving
Oh,
tire.
what the fuck? There's something in the middle of the road.
Uh, last week it was reporters
Yeah, and a cat.
and a cat. I mean, we've seen birds. Perez hit a bird in Monaco last year, right? Or dodged the bird, one of the two.
Yeah.
The gap continuing to close here as Perez has now ticked it under 15 seconds, was 16, so but they just told Verstappen he can continue to push and burn more tire out. So yeah, you got to go to 35 or 37. He's got 4 or 5 more laps to go here. I mean, at this
Yeah, he
point, if there
wants
is
to.
a safety car, be very, very fortunate for Verstappen.
Yeah.
Well, you might even considering double stacking them actually.
Can't tell if it's like a tree
Is there a tree,
or like a branch or something.
bit of debris from one of the
I
palm
need to
trees?
see it back on the.
They just the commentators are talking about it now. Sky is the thing you saw.
Yeah, but it's on the back straight. Like we should be able to see it again
Yeah.
if we're following this very soon. Hamilton radio. I don't know. I don't see it anymore.
I don't.
Maybe it was under that tree, the big tree at the beginning. Which I'm kind of surprised they let trees overhang on the racetrack,
Yeah, right.
right?
You could
I
like
wouldn't.
have a branch fall
Yeah,
or one of the
that is kind of
leaves of
weird,
the
no?
palms. Yeah. Somebody forgot to trim them.
Yeah, that's sort of odd.
But I mean, you can definitely see. One thing we talked about before the race was the wind, but it doesn't seem to play that much have an impact.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The wind makes a huge difference on these cars.
I thought it would have more of an
It is
impact,
windy.
but it is
They're
windy.
they're also probably being cautious. Like they're only doing 134s and 132s.
Oh, they just switched the cars. Okay. So Hamilton and Russell swap over. Russell on the newer tires here.
Yeah. It's Hamilton's racing Ocon.
Yep. Although, oh, okay, wait. Well, it should show up here if it's something, right? But I didn't see anything on
No,
this.
I don't see it
I
anymore.
don't see it anymore either.
Oh wow. Verstappen did do a 131 too. And
Yep.
then Checo put in a 131.3.
Now I have to get back to my salad because we haven't had the safety car I was hoping for.
Huh.
Let's see.
I mean, signs, I don't think, like, trying to see where, like, the next possible. I don't think the rest of the cars have to cycle and pit before anything exciting happens, I think. Verstappen radio. Yeah, I was gonna say something happened here, and I totally missed it. But here we go side by side. Got Stroll and Gasly going to turn her Hulkenberg ahead of him. Then they're gonna go side by side once again. Stroll having to yield. Gasly's gonna be able to go through. And then you have Leclerc at the back of all of this.
Oop. Oh, Charles. Oh, Charles. Oh!
And
Usually
then
it's a
this is
positions gained chart. This
yeah,
week they
the
go with a
loss.
positions lost.
Yeah, but the positions loss is kind of weird though because I still think it's including some of the like the
The
people that haven't pitted.
Yeah, like Hulkenberg just go in
Yeah, so I think
just
it's kind of
pits.
it's slightly skewed to like
Stroll still hasn't
way
pitted.
worse.
Sonoda hasn't pitted, and Ocon hasn't pitted, and Verstappen hasn't pitted. Although it won't make a difference for Leclerc if when Verstappen pits. But I see 3 more laps here for Max. I think. Interestingly enough, when JP came on the radio, or GP came on the radio rather, he said effective track position was 5 seconds behind Perez, which is kind of odd because the average time lost has been 17 seconds, and he's only 16 seconds behind. So I'm not sure how that works out.
It's just signs on Ocon here, but Ocon hasn't pitted yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm assuming you assume Checo pushes hard when
Yeah,
you
maybe.
pit. The car is jumping all over the place. Well,
Hmm.
you kind of put it into the wall yesterday, so they had
That
to
could be.
like, yeah, that may have an impact on the quality of the car.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
very
yeah.
easy pass. Good job.
Yeah, 34 laps here for Max. Which plus, so if you go 14 plus 22, that'll be 36. So yeah, Perez. What's interesting for Perez is to look at the lap time for Max right now. And he just put in the fastest lap at 131.225. So he's putting in 131.25s at
30 laps on the
yeah, with
tires.
34 laps on the tires. So that has to be Perez has to be at least that good or better when they get down to it at the very end.
Yeah, I mean he's putting fastest laps on a tire that's 35 laps old.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's just sort of interesting.
I mean the fuel is also coming down
Yeah,
too.
and
But
the track does ramp up a lot, especially when they're all racing on it like this. But yeah, he just dropped in another 131 too. Yeah, 225 that time, a little faster.
well,
Hulkenberg and
here's the thing.
Joe.
I think he has to, right?
What do you mean?
He's trying to see if he can actually pit but still come out in front of Perez.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen
No, I don't think so.
because
But
Perez is also not gonna let that happen.
yes,
Perez is also gonna push too at that same moment. Then here is gonna be Alonso on Ocon. Maybe George takes the inside.
he knows he has to
Ocon
pit
lets him go.
anyway. He says, might as well just get whatever I can get out of these tires. Just send it, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Which means he's been
But you
doing
also
some
have to be
amazing
somewhat
tire
careful
management.
because there's not much left on the tire, so you can easily screw it up.
Well, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, if he's putting in fastest laps, that kind of means he's been doing some fantastic tire management because he's
True.
putting in fastest laps that Perez is now just taking away from him, but not by much. Laps tires that are 20 laps newer. I kind of
There's
want
K Mag's mess up.
kind of wonder if Max even goes longer. Does he go beyond 37?
Maybe.
I like how Crofty is saying is giving Charles a chance. He's like, has Charles just simply managed his tires beautifully to make a late charge in the race? No, I don't think
No,
that's it here.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's it either.
Uh,
Maybe he passes K Mag. He should be close. It looks close. No. Yeah, he gets it there.
yep.
Good job. Nice job there from Charles.
See if he manages to salvage points. As Sonoda is going to come into the pits here at lap
Oh
37.
no, K-Bag's gonna take it right back.
Wow. Okay. Well, so much for that.
And he literally almost pushed him in the pit wall, and he still did it.
I was going to say, I think somebody just went into the wall in the straight. This is not the first time that that's happened to Leclerc.
Yeah, that's now the second time. I think K-Meg's passed him back on that exact portion.
Yeah.
Or like he's not been able to finish the move. And this is Russell on signs. Wait. They're on equal tires, aren't they?
They are.
See what I'm telling you?
Yeah. Oh, he also has a
This guy?
5-second penalty. So,
Yeah, so what?
well,
You
it's
still
not
want
gonna-
to keep the guy behind you.
Yeah,
no?
you do. You do.
I hope Charles learned his lesson here.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's been a
I
rough
actually
day.
wouldn't pass him here. I would almost get as close as possible and get the best exit possible and pass him down the main straight.
Mm.
Because you have to do it so perfectly or else he's gonna get you back. Remember Max and him ran into this in like
Yeah.
Bahrain or something, where they would just Max would pass and then Charles would just pass him back. Yeah, okay.
Well-
Now he's taking the main straight.
So what
Should have the
happens?
pass here. Yeah, okay. Got
What
it.
happens is if you try to pass on the back straight, you can't make it stick because when you come back on the front straight, the other guy
want
has
DRS.
DRS. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you swap DRS positions, and the straights are so close to one another that you just like lose the place again. So to your point,
Yeah.
he's got to pass him on the main straight because you can't reclaim the DRS at that point.
I mean, I think you just gotta take a sort of like a hats off to like, I don't know if it's just K-Mag or Haas in general, but they're like literally like keep competing with the Ferraris right now.
They
like-
are. They are Ferrari powered though.
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah. It is some porpoising on the back straight there.
That was a great move by K-Mag actually. Yeah, like he's basically almost passed before the DRS line.
Look at the porpoising here on his car. That's
Yeah,
something
this
we
Ferrari
haven't.
porpoises all the time, dude.
Yeah, but we haven't seen that in the other cars this season.
No, it's only in the Ferrari it porpoises. I swear, all the other cars don't really have a porpoising problem anymore, but the Ferrari still does. But then it like evens out the second they hit the brakes. It's very weird, but still, it can't be that comfortable.
Hmm.
I mean, Max has made these tires go for almost 40 laps.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, right? It's lap 39. Perez has actually lost time to Verstappen. Perez is 17 seconds behind now. He was 15 seconds behind. So Max is basically trying to say, well, if I can make it, give myself enough of a gap, I might be wheel to wheel with him by the time I get out. Ah, okay. So the time on the screen is wrong. It's near 20.
Yeah, that
Okay.
I was thinking about that too. I guess it's got to be because that makes sense of what GP said. The
Yeah.
5 seconds makes
Yeah.
a lot more sense.
Now it
than
makes a
if
lot more
that's
sense.
actual
Yeah,
time
agreed,
loss.
agreed.
They're inting us. This is Hamilton on Bottas, his old teammate. Whoa.
Nope.
Whoa to both of them. They both lost traction on that corner. They both wiggled pretty hard. Yeah, of course the Ferrari problem is tire wear. The thing literally eats tires for lunch, breakfast, and dinner,
Yeah, yeah.
and has a snack during the race, eating rubber.
Ah!
Like,
I love it.
it's absurd how bad
It's
the
very-
car is
it's
with
very
tire management.
hungry.
Nice job making him take the outside. Oh, he kept the DRS. Yeah, that was so good by Lewis. That was so good, man. That was so good. He torched
did the same
Valtteri
thing.
on that. Valtteri should have braked.
Yeah.
So then he kept the DRS. Oh my goodness! Somebody just I think that was Ocon that almost went into the side of
Hamilton.
Bottas.
Yeah.
No, Bottas there when
Bottas.
he came out of the pit. My God, I did not notice that.
Out of nowhere.
But I guess you have to say good job to the Alpine team because he's out ahead of him.
He is out ahead of him. But so here's the other thing: Max needs to get on the mediums sooner rather than later at this point because he needs them to ramp up, and then he needs to give himself time to go at Checo.
Yeah, but I think it only. Yeah, I'm not sure how much it takes. Yeah, so watch. This is the smart thing. He goes outside line. Great. I'm gonna get right next to him, get a good line, and then right here, look at
There's
that.
the
I keep
detection
DRS.
line.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's a great pass.
And
that's
he can
what
open.
Charles should have done.
Yeah. He can open the wing and Valtteri can't.
Yep. That was great. So what are your thoughts on this Miami design for the Red Bull?
Oh, I think it's great.
I think it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks
It's
great.
like not that ridiculous, but it's like different.
Yeah, I mean it's different. I don't know. I don't have anything. No issues with it.
Yeah, I have no problem with it either.
And Perez keeps falling back. He's 18
Yeah, because
behind.
Perez can't cook the tire for the end, right? Like
either Perez is saving, or I mean, at this point, it's 2 seconds, right?
Yeah, but tire strategy though to begin with too. Like Max probably always should have started on the hards, considering he started ninth, and I'm pretty sure it makes pretty logical sense. Checo starts on the mediums too, so like I don't think there's any like gamesmanship between the team, like or anything there. Like
no.
Like he needs a medium tire to be able to not fall behind Alonso. Like Alonso was also on the medium. I think that makes sense. I also just think it's Max is just making it more difficult. And
Max is just making it work.
Water.
Yeah, the fake water. We have yet to see a mermaid though. We got 15 laps to go. And
I know.
Haven't been a single mermaid
in the pool. We haven't even seen much of the. We haven't even seen the pools, honestly.
We haven't even seen the pools. No sharks. No mermaids. Nothing. I'd go in a shark costume.
That would be actually hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's gonna pit. I don't know. Battle for ninth. K-Mag versus Hamilton. Striking distance 2 laps. Wait.
He's 3.5
seconds behind him.
He's 3.5 seconds behind him. I don't know about 2 laps.
I would update the data input on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think that's smart. Here's Verstappen.
Yeah, 1.7. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting.
It's going to be super close.
Super close. The gondolas are still pretty cool though on this thing.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
I would be in the gondola the whole time.
You'd be in the gondola the whole time. Yeah, I'm not sure they let
you.
It probably is. I'd be curious if they let you in the whole time. They kind of like set you up there with, some nice cheese and your bottle of champagne, and why not? Right?
The gondola experience.
The gondola experience. Yeah. I guess it's got to be air conditioned.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. They would that's literally a death box if it's not.
Although now that I'm thinking about it,
what is Palm and Palm?
Now that I'm thinking about it, they should make a Sky car experience where it's like a big cable. It's like a big cable car.
Yeah, a big one.
A big one. Yeah, it's a big one. And it's like, it has like, your own personal butler there. And like, you have like up to 10 people. Like the whole 9 yards.
That would be interesting. It's like kind of one of those like booze buses sort of thing.
Yeah.
Pedal booze things that you take around the city or like in a boat. But yeah, you could do it in the gondola.
You could do it in the gondola. Yeah.
Okay, Max just put it down 1:39.8.
I mean, he's got 13 laps to go on the hard tires.
It seems as if
The gap, he's still closing the gap on the other side. Man, this is going to be. It's like in Monza with Lewis and Max last year. Remember that one?
yeah.
That might finally give us our cut, our yellow if they hit each other. Oh,
Who's
it's
this?
Tom. Oh no,
That's not Roger Federer.
that is not Roger Federer. That is
not
also
Roger
not Tom
Federer.
Cruise.
And it's not Tom Cruise.
No.
No idea who that person
No
is.
idea. But it's
Nor
definitely
was it
not
Brad Pitt
Roger.
or anything. No, it was definitely not Roger.
Oh, did you catch Brundle interviewing Bancaro?
Again?
Yeah, it's finally come full circle.
Oh, that's actually hilarious.
But like they got it right, obviously this time around. Right? He actually knew who he was.
I didn't see that. That's so funny though.
But yeah.
I didn't.
I mean,
He
yeah.
actually won Rookie of the Year.
He was Rookie of the Year. Yeah, it's
he
kind of
played really
funny that
well.
like last year, going in as the first round draft pick, and then he comes back to the Miami GP, having played for the Orlando Magic, not just up the road, right? And
Yep.
he comes back as Rookie of the Year. So I guess being interviewed by Martin Brundle is actually good luck as a rising sports star. There you go.
This is kind of like okay, this is now the second race in a row where we've had people basically like do the whole race on one tire.
Yeah, more or less. Although you know what, I gotta
really like that.
I gotta give some love to Leclerc. Actually, he's in 7th right now, so perhaps he was managing his tires pretty well because he's only 2.7 seconds behind Gasly, right? And you have Sainz in 5th, and so Leclerc is well in the points. He doesn't have to pit again.
Yeah,
They've cycled
actually.
through. He's gonna finish in the top 10. It's actually right where he started.
He may fit above Sainz with the penalty, but I don't think he can't make up 12 seconds. He needs to make up the Gasly gap and his.
He's 11. He's got to make
-5.
up 6 essentially.
I don't think so.
He's 12.
Maybe.
You're right. He's
actually
12. He's 12 behind
Maybe.
right now, so he's got to make up 7. Yeah. And yeah, he doesn't actually technically have to even race Sainz.
He doesn't.
Just has to get
He
close.
doesn't actually even need to. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, they didn't show us the big view of the Haas pit wall. It's so cute. The 3. Here's
The
Verstappen.
3-seater.
He will box.
Okay, there it
12 laps
is.
left.
So this has to be a clean stop. With 12 laps to go. Let's see. Pressure's on.
Wasn't the best, but it was good.
It's okay, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 3-1.
Actually, lost pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Oh wow, this is gonna be close.
This is going to be very close. Actually, not at all. No. Nope.
All right, this is it.
Look. Though the gap was 0.8 when they got out.
If they didn't mess it up,
and
if they gave him the same stop, he would have been right next.
He would have been right next to him. If they gave him the 2.2 second stop, it would have been right next to him. Oh. But now he's on the hunt. 1.6.
Yeah, I think he's cooked.
It could be. We have to see what the lap time is. Who's on a medium tire? But the problem is that nobody is on a medium tire. Okay, Ocon is on a medium 6. That's 1:31.56, which is actually right on Perez's time. Perez might be in trouble.
Yeah, I think he is gonna lose. I don't think he has a chance. And to be quite honest with you, I sort of want Perez to win because I think it'd be pretty cool. Like I think it'd make it way more exciting. But I don't think he's gonna get this here.
It would make it much
more
more
exciting.
exciting.
25. Yeah. Like You know, as funny as it is, like they just had to play DRS chicken
Yeah.
on the last lap.
Well, assuming that Perez could even hold like within distance, I think if Max gets ahead, he just releases and goes.
You think that he's
It's
not
not
even
even
able to.
close. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's only got 10 laps to go in the
I mean,
mediums. He's within a
I
second.
it's just
Like,
kind of unfortunate for Checo. I don't even think he, like, what really could he have done different?
no,
I
no,
don't
it's
know.
just. I mean, he needed to go to really push harder, maybe.
I don't know. He's gonna get past here in a second.
Yeah.
But then Checo's gonna get the DRS down the back,
Well,
down the
does
other
does
straight.
Max pass him?
Yeah, actually, Checo actually went pretty fast. Not gonna lie. No, I don't think he will.
No.
Checo will
He
get it
doesn't. He
here.
also doesn't want to.
Yeah, but he's got the
Okay, here
DRS here. He's
now.
gonna get him here,
Now
100%.
you go.
Checo needed to like swap that. No, I
Go on.
think Checo's got it actually. Oh, they're gonna be right next to each other.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Checo just wiggled.
I think he let him go. I think he backed off.
Oh.
I think he backed
No,
off.
he didn't have the grip to put the power down. You saw when he wanted to put the power down when he was on the inside, he couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the fact that he was able to remember it was a 15 seconds advantage around lap what
Yeah,
35 or
well, Horner
something.
said they were going to be in the last third lap, and
Yeah.
Max was like, "Nah, we're going to make that 10 laps sooner."
Right, right. And by the time that Max pitted, the gap had grown to 18 and a half. So basically 3.5, he got 3.5 seconds worth on 35 plus lap tires. He was able to really
So you'll
push.
see here on the replay, like
Okay.
Checo just doesn't have enough grip. Like he
Oh,
can't
I
actually
see.
put the power down. Yeah, and Max can easily just, especially when you're on the inside there. I mean, they stopped giving us the camera when they went the down back straight. Okay, I guess Checo's yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. That's what I was saying. He's gone. It's over. Not a single yellow, friend.
No, we thought this was going to be exciting. It still turned into be well,
Yeah.
I mean, what the season usually is.
Indeed, a bit of a snoozer. Although they did, yeah, they gave us a little bit of excitement there. Oh, Verstappen's double overtake on the second lap was quite fat.
Yeah, that was the only
That was
that was the coolest
quite
part. And then,
fantastic. Yeah. Because even if they did have to restart the race, Max still has better tires.
is Lance on Albon or trying?
I'm still looking down here at Leclerc, 1.1 seconds behind Gasly. Although the gap to Sainz
Yeah,
himself
it keeps
hasn't
increasing. Like
changed.
he's
Yeah.
stuck.
He's stuck.
Oh, yeah, he does finish that. He had to put so much. This is where now after Albon was fighting with Stroll, Hulkenberg's lurking.
So it looks like it will be a double points finish for Ferrari. It looks like also a double points finish for Alpine. Pretty good.
Ah, you're
And
right, Mercedes.
yeah, and let's see if Magnussen can hold on to 10th for Haas. Whoop.
Yeah, they both locked up. Three and a half behind Leclerc. Can he actually get to him? What's the lap time?
You think Hamilton?
He's like plus 0.5. He could maybe get there.
Maybe. Oh, they just gave you their thing right there. It says 2 laps.
Wait, but he's not 1.5 seconds.
Yeah,
though.
no, it's not gonna happen.
Wait,
Leclerc just has to get himself past Gasly.
something's wrong with the striking distance thing. Here's Alonso radio.
Agreed.
Wait, that's nuts. That is so ridiculous.
That
Alonso
Fernandez.
literally can. Yeah, but I mean, you know why he's doing it. He's got to pat Daddy Stroll on the back, you know. Just in
Yeah.
case.
I mean,
Gotta
there's
take care of
nobody.
his son for the
There's
money.
nobody around him, dude. Like, there's just no one around him.
Yeah, you're actually right. He literally could like kind of coast and
Yeah.
just.
There's nobody around him. Yeah, Russell in fourth. Sainz, I don't think will get him. It's a good result for George. His Max struggling. No,
Yeah,
nobody. You don't have a chance here, unfortunately.
This is Yuki on Botas here. Should have him down the back straight, maybe. Should have DRS on this. Botas. He's gonna cover the inside. Yuki's gonna have to go outside. I don't think Yuki's gonna get this one.
Maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Goes
he
wide
did.
here.
That was. I did not.
Bodas
I
should
thought
have the DRS
so
the other
wide.
way, though. Yeah.
Nah, he's not gonna pass him. He's fine. Yuki's fine.
Oh, wow. Stroll hunting, though.
Yeah, Stroll maybe can.
Turn 11.
No, he's not gonna be able to get into the points.
No, I don't think so. I think Magnussen is sitting comfortably as well with a 5-second lead on Sonoda. So Gunther will be excited. Gene, we got a point.
We got a point.
Gene.
1 point. Yeah.
Look at the amount of rubber.
Get 1
I love
point.
this shot. Look at
Yeah.
this, so much rubber on the track right there.
Stroll on the outside, trying to get on Botas. He's gonna switch back on the inside. I don't think it's gonna work. Nope. Should be able to get it on the back straight here. This Alfa Romeo is just like slow.
This Alfa Romeo is just slow.
It is, because the reason it is because it is the shortest wheel-based car in all the specs. And the only reason they were actually fast last year is obviously if you have the shortest wheelbase, you have the lightest car, technically, because you don't have as much car. And then Stroll, this is going to be on the inside. He will finish the pass there on Bottas. So they had the advantage last year, but then when it came to this year, all the other ones caught up on weight. So then the advantage is gone. There is no advantage anymore for having the shorter wheel-based car.
I'm just trying to look what the. I'm looking ahead, man. I'm looking ahead. There's no race next week, the 21st. It's in Emilia Romagna, the Imola. Yeah, his pace on the warm tire. 'Cause that's exactly what we were saying. He just was able to kind of flip the interval around. Yeah, he was just fast.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can really do about it.
And you know what's interesting about this is that Max didn't actually get his quali lap in Q3. If you recall, yesterday he backed out of the first quali lap in Q3 because he missed. I think he missed the apex into one, or he missed one of the turns, and he actually abandoned the lap. And then because of the Leclerc incident, he never had the opportunity to go back and put down a formal quali lap. So Perez ends up with pole. But Verstappen may as well have had it too, right? Like he just never got the
Yeah, no,
lap.
exactly. He just never
Yeah.
got it in. And there was the pass by Leclerc on Gasly,
Yeah.
and Gasly is going to be hunted by Hamilton here as well.
The gap to Sainz though is extended, so even with the 5-second penalty, it's a bit irrelevant as far as who finishes above whom. And then yeah, you're right. Hamilton will be the next on Gasly, although Gasly.
Hamilton makes the pass on Ocon on the inside. He does. Yes.
Yeah, that's on Gasly though there. So Gasly and Ocon will finish 8 and 9, effectively.
Bad double points.
Alonso will be on the podium. This podium of Verstappen, Perez, Alonso is starting to become a real thing this season.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to worry about the hard stop at 2:30. I got time. We can go walk this guy a little bit and then go to our training.
And this is Lewis on the inside, possibly peeking on Leclerc. No, this should be the battle that takes us to the end, though. This should be the
This is
last sort
interesting.
of excitement. Here's Russell Radio.
Ha!
Yeah, you're not that close.
You're not
buddy.
that close to Perez.
He's
That's
30
funny.
seconds from Perez,
Yeah.
actually. Oh! Lewis on the inside. Oh, he does. Oh, he got Charles.
He did get Charles. Oh, Charles. Poor Charles.
No, that can't be the overtake of the day. Are you nuts? The max double pass is the overtake
Yeah.
of the day. Yeah, see, can he actually come back?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It was interesting there. They had the shot of the diffuser in the back and the difference, how different they were between the Ferrari and the Mercedes.
Why are we going to a replay?
Yeah, I don't know why we're going to.
He has 2 DRS zones. Okay,
Maybe they already know.
This is. Leclerc was 0.3. Now he's 0.5 behind him.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Unless even if somebody did hit a wall at this point,
Yeah, I think it just ends.
it doesn't matter. It just ends like quali yesterday. Minute 36 on the clock, but it's just over. So
Yeah, that was kind of weird that they did that in quali. I thought that was kind of. I guess you couldn't do an outlap in the 1 minute and 36 time.
No,
still.
you can't.
No,
they
should
because
like add a minute.
yeah, they should like add a minute
But
because you have to go out of the
gives people
pits, right?
Yeah, exactly. It starts and you're still rolling out.
Yeah.
I mean, they still technically need to fight for the fastest lap.
I mean, Verstappen on newer mediums is just gonna have it.
Yeah, he still could steal it at the end. God, it's nuts. Alonso's 23 seconds or 20 seconds still behind.
Yeah. Alonso's 20 seconds behind Perez. To pit stop behind. It's crazy. They're so much faster.
So much faster.
See the rocket there on the side. It's a new must be their sponsor there. More ways than one.
Rocket Mortgage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they also, I think, don't they change
Or
sponsors for where they go sometimes?
I don't know about that.
Like some, or they add different ones because because when we're in the U.S., it said Acura, not Honda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the back
Huh.
of the wing when it used to say that, it used to say it would switch to Acura when we were in the
Is
U.S., which
Acura
is
not owned by Honda?
it
Oh, that's
is.
not Rocket.
It's
That's
the luxury
Rocked.
band. It's the luxury brand
Yeah,
version
so
of
they
it.
just like decide like, but so
Yeah,
Honda still owns the advertising. They just decide who they want to like
they
feature that
change.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Or I guess if you're an advertiser and you're like, yeah, we don't have any people in this place, but it still goes on TV, so I think it's like you still get eyes no matter what.
Yeah. Curiously enough, I heard a stat on the coming like on the way in. This is much before the race started. Apparently, the last person to win from ninth was Nikki Lauda.
Mermaid? Ah, there were two. There were two. There were two
Where?
mermaids.
Where?
Yeah, you got to go back. The pool was there. They were both laying in the pool.
There were two mermaids in the
Yeah,
pool.
you gotta
Okay.
go
All
back
right.
and
All right.
rewatch it.
All right.
100%. There were two.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. They were not featured though.
No, they weren't featured, but they were there.
They were there. Okay. Let's see. He's coming around the corner here. Okay.
And this is the early line here, and Max Verstappen
Oh!
will win the second Miami Grand Prix.
You are in fact right. There are two mermaids in the pool. Yes.
And there is Checo 5 seconds behind, unfortunately.
And that checkered flag is not really waving very much.
And Alonso is
and Alonso
is coming and is crosses the line in third place.
he's still yeah. Oh
and
boy.
Russell is
Still coming.
still going.
And we have cars on the back straight.
And Sargent just is probably just started his 57th lap.
Yeah, no, he just took the checkered. Oh my god. Sainz finished and Hamilton. All right.
How does he take the checkered and Stroll hasn't yet?
Yeah. Magnussen will get the 10th spot.
Yeah, good job for K-Mag. That's cool.
Nice job. Good.
Starting in fourth. It's hard to be able to even keep that. He still competed pretty well there in my opinion. It was good.
He did. All right. Well, there it is. Max Verstappen is your winner.
Yep.
He's got his 26 points for the day. Very nice. And it kind of worked out the way you thought there.
And then we go to Emilia Romagna.
In 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2
Next
weeks,
weekend
right.
is Mother's Day, but we're off. So make sure
We are off.
Make sure to do something nice for your moms next weekend and then see us in Italy. That's it. I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. See you in 2 weeks. Ciao. Ci vediamo in Italia.
Ciao, ciao.